Haha, yes. I know how to spell. It's good time spelling things. Hello! Hi. Hi, everybody. Welcome to, my personal nightmare. I don't know why specifically that was my go-to. We're back with, Pathfinder. This isn't my personal nightmare. Well, I think being alive is my personal nightmare, but, you know. That's just kind of how it works for me, huh? So, SPR is going up, which is good. Allows us to hopefully not have a negative espionage score for a point in our life, which might, prevent us from going into another riot. I know it's a pipe dream for me, but not being in a riot sounds pretty fucking cool. So last time I think we went and we won two competitions against fucking cheaters in Patax, and it's pretty cool. Okay, it's pretty cool. Shit. Oh, we got plenty of days. Got so many days. That's like 20 some odd days. We're good. We're good. It's fine. My kingdom isn't in a state of disarray and or panic. Why would you suggest such a thing? I don't even believe it. I don't even believe it. How are you guys gonna fall for it if I can't? Oh, man. I feel like we're slowly approaching what could be considered the end of the game. I don't know. I know we got like 3 chapters left, including when we're in currently. I think it's 3 chapters. It might be 2. Nice fucking pan shot. No, it wasn't intentional. Remember those books from Maestro Jonush's study? We hoped to find something about our past in them. Well, we did. And I'm kind of sorry we looked. We actually found something, but it's a sensitive conversation. We'll wait for you in the palace garden near the viewing point. The what? I have a garden? Let's go to the garden. You'll fight Ragnar waiting. No matter what curses the denizens in the final world cast upon you, no matter what cruel tactics they use, you repel them all with valor. Bravo, your highness. Accept this humble gift as a sign of gratitude from your subjects. Whatever Nerissa has planned, I'm sure we can handle it. Each of her attacks is stronger than last, but we're getting stronger too. Alas, not yet. The passage between worlds is not reliable. We can't be sure where it'll take us, or if they activate at all. Such is the nature of unstable first world portals. However, with each attack, the portal becomes more and more stable. I would imagine that soon the passage will become a steady bridge between Galerion and the first world. I only need to wait for that moment to attack. We must prepare for her next attack. We will prepare. Just let her try and come again. You know what? I was about to say it's the beginning of the stream. Of course I'm bad at reading, but it's always the end of the stream. So, we'll beat her back to where she came from. I'll cap our victory by writing a song about her, a really funny and embarrassing one. Everyone in the first world will be singing it for her. Thank you, Lindsay. I'm so glad that you've already written the diss track to the Fae beast that tortures my lands. Thank you. Get out of my house. Okay. I gotta go apparently find them in a... Yeah, I gotta go confront him. Get some news about that. Talk to Ragnar. in the garden. The garden that I totally knew that I had. Because, you know, why wouldn't I have a garden? I wish you could cheat that. Well, at least I'm making the mistakes, so you guys look. Jeez, so you guys don't have to. Okay? You can learn from my mistakes, so that hopefully, when the time comes, you guys won't make them. Don't make my mistakes. They're mine. Only I'm allowed to make my mistakes. Anybody else making them is copyright claimable. And I would like you to know that that fee for making my mistakes is at least $10. It might be even 11. $10.50. It's like the, you know, sir, your bills come in for copyright infringement. It's $10.25. It's gotta be an awkward amount. It's like $10.23. This is hardly a garden, Octavia and Ragnar. Octavia pensively fiddles with a small metal trinket while she waits. It takes her a moment to notice you as you approach. Oh, hi. It seems we haven't been properly introduced. Allow me, Octavia della Finori, heir to a noble title, a family manor, even a coat of arms with a motto. With a sad smile, Octavia shows you the trinket she was playing with. It's a fibula. Not to be confused with a fibula, which is the arm bone? Leg bone? No, it's leg bone, because I broke that one. Decorated with a coat of arms, a butterfly, and an arrow. At the bottom you see a motto, serve solely my conscience. Yes, but he'll tell you everything himself. I could hardly believe it myself. There's no doubt. I am the missing daughter of the Marchioness Della... Oh, you know, like a butterfly, I guess. Della Foroni. Missing. That's what they're calling it. It took a lot of work. After going through Genish's ledgers, not only did we find information about our purchase, we found a wealth of other data as well. Connections, suppliers, meeting places, but tracking it all down ourselves would have required crossing half of the river kingdoms of all and all of Numeria, and we couldn't abandon you. Yeah, because I've been using you so frequently. So we did our boring but practical thing, like kings of their entourage might do. We hired a team of sleuths to follow the trail, and they found everything. Who bought us? Who? Wait a second. How does who bought us and who we'd be sold to any different? Where we're from. Finding my family was relatively easily. The It's like Marchioness. I don't know how to pronounce the word. Marchioness. Marchioness was already looking for me herself. They just needed to put a few pieces together to realize that I was the missing heir of the Della Fiorni family. And on the other hand, Reg's tribe had to be found Reg's tribe had to be found with a looking glass, but it's no matter. We certainly paid them well for their trouble. There isn't one, really. The Della Fiorni family was waning before I was born. My mother's the last one. She's living in Patax, in a small town. I'm going to pay her a visit, and I'd like you to accompany me. Fine. Thank you, it means a lot to me. Oh, now we have to go back to Patax anyway, so... Ragnar stands beneath a tree. What tree? There's no tree. He's standing over there. Fuck, it's not that hard to put a tree somewhere you want to have somebody stand. Well, whatever. Gloomily looking down at the city below. Ah, there you are. It's gonna turn like dwarvish. Ah, there you are. Well, I found my tribe. Now we just have to go there, go have ourselves a friendly chat. The half-orc clenches his fists. Oh, Octavia, do anything about her family? Well, he did. It turns out she's... No, stop. No, I'm shutting up. That's her news to tell. Just wanted to see what they'd say. Sorry, we looked through Janisha's books while we found bought us from whom, who helped him. Where he bought us, from whom, who helped him. We got all we could from them. But checking up... But checking up on the information would have meant traveling across the mirror and half the River Kingdoms. You might recall it wasn't exactly the time. Neither was us. So you can clean and mess like that yourself. We ended up hiring a petty, brave crew headed by a good scout. Can't do everything ourselves, right? They pulled some strings, followed some leads, and figured everything out for us. Well, almost everything. The most important parts. Octavia and I will find out for ourselves when we pay our families a visit. Not sure what I want yet. Maybe not. Maybe not. Might be good. Might be enough just looking at these freaks to be such nature's. Looking at these freaks to be such nature's punished them well enough without me. I'm really just looking for some closure. That's all. The sewer rats. Fucking top enemies of the tunnel snakes. Wait, no, wait, that's not it. The crab lice? The threadbare's moles. Man, I just can't seem to remember. Oh, right, the dung pigs. Half-orc gives you a lopsided grin. Fine, fine. They call themselves the Sharp Fangs, and for good reason. Ragnar grins, displaying his teeth. Smaller than an orc's, but still large and sharp. They have kids with orcs to strengthen their blood. Not bad, huh? They breed themselves like pedigree cattle. So I've been sold twice. First by my orc sow of a mother, who took some gold to push me and my brother out, never to see us again. Then my father chose which of us to keep and which to sell to the slavers, treating me like an animal for my whole life. I'm surprised I'm not barking on all fours. Cruel smirk plays across Ragnar's face. That's for sure. Right, that scum will get what they deserve. Sure. Now we gotta go take these two nerds out on a fucking trip. Apparently I'm full of just random equipment. To be fair though, when am I not full of random equipment? So it's not like a new revelation. I'm pretty sure I'm not keeping anything in ports in currently. Someone's a mighty elemental. Whoa! Elementals are crash. Trash, crash, and everything between. I'm sure it's fine to sell. That's pretty cool. What did I get? I don't remember picking up half this stuff. Why am I not wearing my armor? I don't remember taking the armor off. I don't know why it's not. Why is my character not wearing anything that's like? Why? I am genuinely concerned as to why my character's unequipped all their shit. Oh, God dang it, I touched this shit and now I gotta do his levels. Ugh. I don't know what he's using. I really don't want to have to do this. Ragnar is not a character I've been focusing on, so, you know. I don't exactly know what I want from him, you know, because, again, not really been paying attention to him. Sure. I really regret not having, you know, that level on thing at first. Sure. Why not, man? I love when Steam notifications, I don't think you can see it, but like, you know, I think Steam notifications are very annoying in a way. And it's funny because I'm essentially offline all the time, so I don't know how, you know, how I'm seeing it. But, you know, it's there. Definitely with that. If so, you want to accidentally cloud kill myself. That sounds like a great idea. I don't understand how that could possibly ever go wrong. I guess maybe I didn't really been paying attention. So maybe the God, he's done. Hopefully I can just hit complete with hers. Yes! Yes! So great. I prefer just hitting complete. These two each don't have anything. Give her the ring, and is this bow? She can't even use it because it's a long bow, not a short bow. You do have a rapier, right? Yes, okay, we're good. Put his back up for him. I'm sure he's not going to use it ever, but you know, fuck it. Oh, why not? I guess we're gonna leave Lindsay and... Oh, fuck, I don't want to leave Lindsay. Leaving Lindsay is a bad idea. We know that. Because we've left Lindsay once and it was a very bad idea. I wonder what circumstance you would leave yourself behind in. It's just there and back. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Haha. It's all gonna be fine, kids. What are y'all worried about? What do you mean we're gonna step on every trap from here to fucking Galarion? Oh wait, we're on Galarion. I think it's the planet's name. Fucking here to Numbria. Or, I don't know. That's what I get for fucking trying to be in theme. She really was gonna walk all that way, game? Nice try, though. Saves about a fucking day off travel.
Adventures can wait.
Oh, we won't be cooking again, but you know, it's fine. Cooking was never really done to begin with.
It doesn't matter if you bring vengeance to your enemies from the Technic League. They'll all die sooner or later anyhow.
You might not care about how your enemies are sent in the hereafter, but I do. I prefer it sooner and by my hand, not later in a warm bed.
I mean, I didn't think Ragnar was going to pass that check to make us a soup. But, you know, he could have. In theory. It was an option. Wow, Ragnar, you come from fucking real just real royalty, huh? Hey mate, you seen what anybody's ever done around here, huh? In the dry grass, you can barely make out the signs of that people once lived here. Burned bits of tents, rusty swords, rain-washed bones. An old half-orc is the only living soul among the desolation. Wrapped in a charred mantle, he sits on the ground, devouring a raw rabbit and tossing the bones to a dog lying at his feet. He squints as you approach, but he does not reach for his weapons.
Huh? Who's there? No one comes by here anymore. I'm Ragnar, son of the Sharpfangs tribe, and they sold me into slavery. Where are the Sharpfangs? You're looking at 'em. The old man points to the bones scattered on the ground. Oh, there, elders to children. Just me left of the Sharpfangs. Well, me and you.
Harem scans the wasteland covered with bones, with a long and pensive look. Without saying a word, the dwarf takes a deep breath and starts fiddling with his beard.
Who are you? Inged, son of Shatara, and the last of the Sharpfang tribe. Got nowhere to go, and my hands have been feeble a long time. I sit here and eat whatever cold brings me, waiting for some kind person to pass by and help an orderly man bury all the bones. But no one comes here. Must think there's a cursed place, and they're right. Our tribe was always stronger, braver, and more valiant than the other tribes. Know why? We had a tradition, mixing our blood with orc blood. Orc power comes from human prowess. We took the best of both races. No room for weaklings in our tribe. The weak children were either left in the field or sold to someone from the city. You say you were sold, must have been sickly. What good would that do the tribe? Don't blame us for your own weakness. As Ragnar clenches his fist, Octavia places a hand on his shoulder. Easy now, let him finish. Dead, all dead. Chieftain's son destroyed him, see? Chief Agadan, may he feast eternally with Gorum, didn't want anyone else to become chieftain after him, so he needed an heir with incredible power. That's why he chose Gra, the Dragon Eye, to bear his children. She was a mighty orc warrior who scorched her enemies with lightning, boasted of having dragons in her family. She demanded a lot of gold for it, but she delivered more than she promised. She had not one child, but twins. Agden thought a while on what to do, then wisely decided that the tribe doesn't need two chieftains, sold the weaker one to someone from the city to get back some of the gold he spent. Started raising the second one, Stragar, to be our new chieftain. The boy was all right, deft, cunning, strong, and he knew how to use the dragon charms. Could strike an elk with lightning from his hands when he was just knee-high. There must have been too much orc and dragon blood in him, and too little human. Older he got, the more, well, you know, the old man knocks on his head with a bony knuckle. Had a temper like a dragon. If something went wrong, he'd start fighting right off. Couldn't tell his tribe folk from strangers, and would shoot lightning at the tiniest provocation. Was always cocky with his father, too. Called him names, screaming about how he was the chieftain, about how the chieftain sold his brother, saying he'd look for him and return him to the tribe. In a word, crazy. Anyone else would have been happy that chieftain's mantle, the one I wear now. Anyone else would have been happy to get in the mantle, especially with no rivals for it. But he was stubborn, wanted his brother back no matter what. Then, one time, Agden grew tired of Stragar's whims, decided to teach him a lesson, as a father does. Knocked him a couple times with a long rod, and that was it. Boy screamed like the hells, and his eyes flared blue. Started shooting lightning all around. It was terrifying. I still see it in my sleep. Flame, smoke, lightning everywhere. Heads burning one after another. I was too old to fight, so I hid behind a hillock to stay out of the way. Some of the others, they went at him with swords, and they all died. No one survived. Even the little ones were burnt alive. He took as good as he gave, though. Died of wounds soon after. And that was the end of the Sharpfangs. Ragnar looks at the bones scattered in the grass, baffled. Brother. He sounds like a nice guy. Invested in tribe, a lot like you. Wish I could have met him. Heh. Me too. Well, what is there to say? You kill the dog too, buddy? That's that's commitment. Puts the sword away and then pulls it back out to stab the dog. Ragnar severs the old man's head with a single slash of his sword, taking the charred mantle from the body and draping it around his own shoulders. Live like blind rats in a sewer, die the same way. This whole story is a long one. This whole story is one long, feeble joke. I'd piss on their bones if I cared enough. We should never have come here. Let's go. Half-orc turns and walks away from the burned settlement without looking at anyone. Nice. Should have pissed everywhere. Here you go, Ragnar. Why is Ragnar... Oh, he's left. He's gone. Okay, well I guess we have to go back and I was gonna go pick up Lindsay anyway, so you know.
Let us strike as one.
I don't know why I bothered shaving the dog. So that's not what you do when you collect an animal's fur. But I really like the idea of somebody like, maybe it's like their first time, you know what, if I ever DM, right, and somebody rolls in that one on trying to collect a pelt, that's what I'm going to do. You kind of misunderstand the term, you know, what is required to shave, to get an animal's pelt. You take out a razor and you shave off all its hair. You now have a pile of hair from a dog. To be fair, a pile of dog hair could, in theory, be useful. But, yeah. I wouldn't, you know... Wait, no, but he's back in the list now. Okay. Does she have a, busted cloak? Everybody got busted cloak. Coke? Cloaked. Cloak. Clock. No, wait, that's wrong. No. I forgot that my city is called Tuskdale. Man, I really didn't think about that when I named it, huh? Just talk to him real quick, eh? Randall looks at the city below, dazed. Well, it's over. No accusations, no spitting in their faces, no big fight. Just a pile of scorched bones and some stupid story from an old fart. I got what they deserved. What does deserved have to do with anything? Life's not a ledger. I'd much rather have gotten to smash my father in the face than go drinking with my brother. That's not happening, is it? And it sucks. A lot. I don't give two shits what they deserved. Really, I'm not even sure what I was expecting. That's just a long, feeble joke. Most end up being the punchline rather than laughing at it. I have to let it go. So I have no tribe. So what? I have you and Octavia. And the rest of our crazy gang. Here's the plan then. We keep having fun together till the end. And when our time comes, we go out with a blast. Anyone doesn't like it, well, they could burn. The Half-orc flashes his sharp teeth in a broad grin. Do I need Ragnar to do Octavia's thing? I wonder. I hope not. So I know, like, they're obviously majority of a package deal. So it would make sense if you did need one to do the other, thing. I'm not complaining. I'm just, I just don't like them. And by that I mean I just don't care. Man.
Adventures can wait.
Let's go back over there. Fuck Patax, man. Fuck Patax!
My
Come
strength betrays me.
straight from the underground. Don't call to come back.
Would be nice, don't you think?
Arlene bows. Greetings, your highness. Allow me to alleviate your daily concerns with a humble gift from your admirer. I'm certain that you and your friends will find this trinket useful. Oh, it's a great trinket. Most usefulness.
I'm there.
Maybe just change the roomings, buddy. It's okay. What's the Ragnar doing? Oh, boy. Wait, I thought I saw days to do the Feast of Nails thing. Wow. I guess, yeah, that makes sense that, her GC is just too fucking low. Then I'd have to roll 8 to 20 on it. Jeez Louise. What is up with my fucking stats? Are these DCs? Like, I don't... Your Highness, sir, your humble servant, allow me to express my greatest respect. You have turned a gloomy, hopeless land into a region of prosperity and opportunity. I hope you fully appreciate my modest contribution. It seems it was your vision to not imprison everyone you captured, so to speak, red-handed. You realize that the bending of these people to your will would be far more beneficial. I wouldn't steal away the kingdom's coffers. You should rather invest the money. Consider inviting a famous weather mage from Absalom. His services are expensive, but he would protect your harvest from droughts and floods. A promising project would be to send your youth abroad for study. We also choose to open several trade offices in the neighboring countries, and cover for agents, of course.
Well, I kind of need the espionage, so. Great idea. Every gold coin we invest will multiply tenfold. $800 fucking bucks, man. $800. Fuck it. Oh, fuck. Tabs out. Ah. I think it's one of the, I wish I could just, well, I mean, I can just pay to, you know, have the issue go away. Oh, there's no, what do you mean, there's no... Oh. Mm-hmm. Why are you telling me that's available then if I can't do it? Game! Game, you teased me so with all those things I could in theory do. I should do this. How often I'm in a fucking riot state. He's terrified. Okay. Sure. Maybe that'll fucking set us quest forward. Lindsay's eyes glitter and her nostrils flare with rage. For some reason, she speaks in a whisper. Such insolence! Such unforgettable, monstrous, unimaginable insolence! What happened, Lindsay? The throne! The royal throne! It... Lindsay stops whispering and suddenly points a finger to the far side of the throne room. It's been eaten by my cat. He raised her eyes and placed where the royal throne once stood is now empty. Who did this? Lindsay shrugs. The culprit managed to escape, but I can't imagine how someone could drag the throne out of the palace without being noticed by anyone. In fact, it's like it points at there's a cat there. In fact, our case is blatant and extraordinary, but hardly exceptional. Words on the street is that the local population has become sick and tired of thieves. They break into people's homes, bypass the locks and latches, and steal everything they can. And now the scum has guts to meddle with royal property. We need to sort this out before they steal the whole kingdom one brick at a time. And we need to get back your throne. It's shameful. Lindsay regains control over herself. Continues in low whispers. I really hope your people here won't go wagging their tongues and spreading filthy rumors. What are my guards doing? Lindsay flings her arms up. Well, you weren't on the throne at the time it was stolen, right? And our guards were training to guard people, not furniture. The bard gives you a faint smile. Sure, if the throne was stolen, with you sitting on it, things would be much worse. That's not much consolation, though. A man catches a thief. Then he shakes her head. Whatever your upcoming plans were, achieving the throne must be your top priority. I dread to think how loud our neighbor will laugh to learn the disgrace. You should start with interrogating potential witnesses. I think the captain of the guard was in the palace when it happened. He was the one who discovered the throne was missing, at least. And then you should go to the city. I heard the smith was robbed recently too. Maybe he can give you some clues. Also, if I were you, I'd talk to the trader. He might have some hints as to who might be selling stolen goods. Oh, and one more thing. Don't forget to visit the innkeeper. Who better to glean information from any troubled locals finding themselves in need of a shoulder to cry on?
Cry on. Someone's gonna die now. They stole my fucking chair. How dare they?
It's just like Lindsay's made it invisible and playing a prank on me. It's like to get me out of the house for my birthday party or something. I don't know, living in like an 80s sitcom, you know. They're selling the stolen, rather, Lindsay is invisible to my chair to help get me out of the palace long enough to plan a birthday party. It sounds like a terrible TV show episode. And, of course, because I'm an evil king, I go out and I murder like 30 people. And Lindsay's like, "Happy birthday! It was just a joke. Chair's been here the whole time, invisible." And I was just covered in blood, just splattered all the front of me. Haha! Good one, Lindsay. I think Highland's the guard captain, right? Why don't you explain when you're staring at me like that? Oh, Uncle, when are you going to change that old armor? The magic beast crumpled it so badly it makes me cry to look at it. Oh, you still have a lot to learn, and only you knew how many times it saved my life in battle. Well, it turns to you. Greetings, Your Highness. The captain grows gloomy. Yes, Your Highness. He keeps silence for a moment and continues, obviously embarrassed. Actually, Your Highness, please don't think me a fool or a drunkard. As I walked into your throne room, at first I thought it was a vision. I didn't think much of it. Well, I thought I saw your throne in the corridor, and it was running away. Not by itself, of course. I couldn't see who was carrying it. Perhaps someone really tiny had gotten underneath it, and how they ran. How they ran. It seemed that the throne turned the corner by itself, but the sight was strange beyond belief. So I thought I was simply too tired and had been started seeing things. A moment later, when I discovered it was really missing, I rushed after it, but it vanished into thin air. Maybe it was, magic. Great, thank you. Thank you for the fucking help.
I just saw the throne run away by itself. I don't know.
What a fucking idiot. Vendel the Blacksmith, as well as the City Trader. Is the City Trader supposed to be the other guy? Have you heard about the thefts plaguing the city? Vendel frowns. Heard? Your Highness, I am a victim of those thieves. Stole my tools right from under my very nose. I was walking in the backyard getting coal from the furnace. I heard some noise inside. I ran in and the thief jumped right into a magic portal and vanished. Didn't even get a look. Okay, so it's possibly Faye. As cunningly. How very polite. You do not ask me directly, but no, I am not involved in such shady dealings, although the local traders sometimes claim otherwise. Some say that anything that's lying about will be stolen in this city, but then cannot be found for sale. You are not the first to ask after stolen goods. Many hope to find the black market where precious things were stolen from their homes. But alas! It would seem the thieves have their own ways of getting rid of their stolen goods. Alas! I can't buy your missing jock thong because I cannot find it on the market. Market. That's how you say market in Spanish. Fucking hell. Just in Spanish. You have to roll your R's. That's it. That's actually Spanish is just English, but with rolling R's, and that's it. It's very easy. So many people say, oh yeah, but Brandon, what about like yes is C in Spanish? No, it's not. It's yes. With a Spanish accent. Anybody who's talking fake Spanish was saying C and biblioteca. That was fake Spanish, man. Of course I heard about it, Your Highness. Many houses have been robbed. And here's what is strange. No locks picked, no windows broken. How do you scoundrels get inside, huh? Those thieves are real masters of getting into people's houses. Hey, Strumpet. I'm not your baby daddy, and I will not be paying any alimony. Just so we're clear. You can't prove it. And they steal whatever they find. And the houses they stole, in one house they stole the silverware, and another one they left the money. But took the children's toys. Strange thieves. They're just fucking like little fey goblins stealing everything. Wait till it appears for sale. Just wait till your throne goes on sale, my dude. Just wait till it goes on sale, forehead. Can't get into the kingdom. Can't do that. That's being done. Can't do that. No, I really don't know what to do. Probably what? I don't need money to fucking pay alimony with. Don't call it fun money. Hey, you think streaming earns money? I'm pretty sure I just keep sinking money into buying new video games. He says, thinking about that, like $150 Steam gift receipt he's gotta fucking spend. Oh, fuck, of course. Of course, the one person needs a need is busy. Hey! Valerie does something good. Then you're definitely barking up the wrong tree. I'd like to be put in a formal request to be put down. Like the dog I am. Cool. One more day. It's a disaster. Fucking hell. I spent so much money trying to up her shit. 14. Yeah, sure. I've got a big penis. Haha. I can't believe I'm fucking calling myself out here. Oh my god. I want a tavern next to a longhouse. probably fine for now. Oh shit. I keep hitting fucking buttons randomly by accident. It's very easy to, you know, click to your second window. This fucking strumpet spring all these fucking false rumors. All these 60 fucking days. Nuts. The power of blood. That's the power of blood. Failure. Even though we spent coins on it. Thanks, Lindsay. Thanks, Lindsay. You were doing a bang-up job at failing all my expectations. And then King Jareth proudly said, "Your evil deeds end now." Or is it better, we've uncovered your vile plans. Lindsay trying to write something on the go, but she interrupts herself and looks up. "Oh, Your Highness, we have unbelievably, terribly important news." We managed to find out, discover, invent. Well, here, Lindsay points to the storyteller. So, he'll tell you. Storyteller waits patiently until Lindsay finishes her ardent speech. I will have to begin from far, to let you see what I saw with my blind eyes. The stone lands are like a cradle in the abandoned house, in which the wind swings the skeleton of a child. Wow, dead baby references, woo! No few newborn kingdoms have died here, just after taking their first breath. I've collected their stories, these precious stars that have been lost in the dust, and I began to notice some commonalities. It is like a pattern that it repeats across different embroideries, the handwriting of the same author across all the stories. One word here, another hint there, false visions, references to a mysterious patroness, lover, and mentor, tragic coincidences, strangely non-random. People and countries were brought to destruction among different roads, but behind them there always stood the same ominous shadow. It's a dog. Just a... It's like, it looks like a person shadow, right? And then it turns slowly and morphs, and you slowly pan up as it's a fucking it's a dog. Turns out dogs were evil. And we I like dogs, man. Dogs can't be evil. It's a cat. But that's the final twist, right? That the dog pulls off his head and it's a cat inside. It's a cat in a dog suit. Bam! I'm a critically acclaimed writer. Hire me. And we know what the shadow is. Nerissa. The name sounds ominous, even in the mouth of a restless barge. The evil nymph who sent monsters to our lands and did all that stuff to Tristan. But that's not even the most important thing. Most importantly, if you help us a bit, we can get rid of her. What exactly are we going to do? Bards know how to send messages through dreams. I'll try not to use it. I tried to use it. For some reason, people get mad when I appeared in their dreams to read my new poems. You know, Valerie and Amari and Harem, they're all like, "Thank you, my liege, for leaving Lindsay at home for once. God, like, I cannot stand having her on every trip we go on." And, you know, I'm like, you know, I get it, but Lindsay's pretty nice, you know, guys. And then they go to sleep, and Lindsay appears in their dreams reading them poems. And that's how you get suicide, man. Well, the storyteller came up with a ritual based on that spell. We've collected everything connected to Nerissa. Everything, starting with her every track in the abandoned castle. After gathering everything, we'll unite his ability to tell stories with my ability to travel into dreams. So we'll be able to enter Nerissa's dream. It's a pity we don't have have the amulet with the strand of hair that Nerissa gave you before the battle with the Stag Lord. You know, back when she was pretending to be a poor suffering nymph. With that, we could have finished all the preparations much faster and easier. I'm sorry. She gave me a necklace? Fine, no, I don't care. Don't tell me the details. I want that nymph dead. I want her dead. Come to me after we finish our preparations, and remember that I cannot send anyone except you and Lindsay into Nerissa's dream world. Whatever you have to face, you will have to overcome together. The path will likely be difficult. You know, I don't want to hear what you nerds have to say. Just fucking do it, okay? I'm like the president in any science fiction movie. Can I get an English point, Dexter? I love, it's such a fucking nonsense thing to say. Well, I got 1 day before Harem's available. Disaster! Success. Well, 0% chance anyway, so. If it's taking 60 days to solve anyway, might as well, you know, just get that shit done with. Oh, start's done. Dinner wasn't obvious. Lindsay brought more bad news. Court intrigue. She's not fucking. She's still busy. Still busy. Sure. Yeah, a 95% chance to do that. Good. Price of a soul. I mean, if it's 0% chance, I might as well not even start it with him. Should have paid attention to what these ones would have been, because, like, you know. I don't think my things through before I do them. Goes to sport his endeavors. Okay, what do you got for me? What do you got for me, Amari? What nonsensical thing do you want to do to our military this time? This is Lindsay. Lindsay's cheeks are flushed as she's out of breath. It seems like she must have run all the way to the throne room. Disaster! Into disaster, Your Highness. I don't care. Fuck off. Ugh. What is it, Lindsay? The whole kingdom's on fire. What? Well, metaphorically speaking, and some of it literally. First of all, we got armed gangs ranging along our border with attacks, robbing and killing people, destroying food and stores, and damaging any property they come across. Second, there are sudden and inexplicable monster attacks being reported all throughout your lands. And third, there are people out sowing discontent with rumors and songs, and handing out pamphlets mocking your failure to fix things, and encouraging citizens to pledge loyalty to Iravardi instead. Our governors are panicking. They had to use all the funds we budgeted from them from the treasury on preventing riots and mass hysteria. And several provinces have already refused to attempt gathering taxes from the people, claiming that would just be tantamount to suicide. We don't have much time. There may be no troops marching against us, but more of our regions are under attack each day. We may not have catapults firing at the walls at our capital, but there's no doubt we're under siege. There are no battlefronts and no battalions, but there are plenty of victims. We've already been attacked, without reason, without declaration of war. We have only one option. To kick Iravardi's ass and show everyone the River Kingdom is just who the masters are around here. You know what? I don't even want to hear an explanation, Lindsay. I don't give a shit how you think he's behind it. If we can pin it on him, fuck it, let's go. Fortunately, this situation could be worse. Your decisive victory in the Rushlight tournament really boasted the people's faith in you and your abilities. Why is faith in... It's funny how such nonsense can affect people's minds more than real feats and atrocities do. But the way this works out in our favor. Thanks to that victory, we'll have a little more time to deal with whatever vile acts that madman from Attacks throws at us. Well, look, like, I don't even want to hear about, like, you know, this bad thing, that bad thing, you know, whatever. Let's go kick fucking Iravardi's ass. Chief, we need to talk. There's a problem in our army. The mages and warriors have been challenging one another to find out who's tougher. The competition is worse than it was when you came to power. Today, I had to stop a knife fight. I'm sorry. Your mages and warriors are battling. They're just having a monkey knife fight. A wizard grabbed the knife and decided to fight a trained fighter with it. Because, that's how my wizardly powers really manifest. In a knife. I'm Knife Wizard. Pleased to make your acquaintance. Fucking hell. Knifeomancer. Sooner or later, blood will spill and someone will die. I can feel death in the air. If you don't want to watch your warriors kill one another, you should do something, aside from appointing someone to beat the crap out of all the idiots. It's time to show the mages that the soldiers are real power in your army. Divide the army and appoint a second general. I vote for Shevold, the infantry officer. He was the very first Brevoy swordmaster in our army. He proved himself in the war with Numeria. When the mage officer Zera hears about this, she'll stop causing trouble. Yeah, sure, man. Shevold will make a good general. I'll train him myself. If he survives, he'll be as strong as a bear and smart like me. I mean, it makes sense, right? You have one mage general and you have one, just so that you can handle both hands, it makes sense in my head. Just need to make sure I provides a general with a bonus to resolving a situation. The amount of okay. And we're already getting a +1 bonus from it then. Yeah, sure. Anything to bump up our bonuses, we currently... I don't even have either of these idiots available. She's got 39 days left, and he's got 20. Oof. Okay. Can we just go to the Pitax and just murder Iravardi? I mean, I could just walk in the front door. I'm sure that literally no army could stop us. Wow, that's actually a lot less damage than I would have thought it would have been. We'll leave Octavia here for now. She can, I don't think we'll fail her quest. Hopefully. It's not my plan to fail the quest. Eradicator. Oh. I don't think parents don't want to wield an unholy mace, to be honest. Thanks for the offer, though. I'm gonna have to storm at some point anyway. Okay, so can we go, kick ass and, murder bandits? Because I'm down to kick ass and murder bandits. Fight, 50 bandits trying to raid me. It's like CK3. Somebody tries to raid you. You go to their fucking home and you beat the shit out of them. Uh-huh. 6 players camp, we can do that. Does it all have to be done through the interactions menu? It's kind of garbo. Especially because I have to fucking wait 20 days. What are you doing here? Look. That's great and all. Yo, Crusader Kings? I like it too. I've just been very bad at it recently. I tried to play it fairly recently. I don't know if I want to play it on stream or not, but... I like it. I mean, it's fun. It's a fun game. Lots of heavy RP. Because that's what dictates a fun game or not. I think there's a big update coming out soon, if I'm not totally incorrect. Stop. Nope. Glenborn. Why must you say these things to me? You're out here causing problems. And what for? Oh, man. Fuck's sake. fucking say that to people, man. It's not okay. Oh, it's fine. It's fucking. Oh my god. Ooh. It seems like the ghost is back. His name is Fion. Fion, the ghost.
Amiri, you little thief! Moral fool! Interfering in the affairs of eternal beings! It is time to return what was stolen.
Shove it! Amiri throws the sword at the ghostly giant, who catches it and gazes upon it, twirling in its huge palms.
Fine work. You surprise me, mortals. Your life is but a breath in the wind, a snowflake in a hurricane. But nevertheless, you can at times create something that will last through the ages. This sword is even finer than the one that was stolen. And what point is there that the sword may exist 1,000 years, or 10,000, or even 1,000,000, but even then, it will not survive the end times. My name is Fion. Once my brother Keen and I were powerful rulers in the first world. Together, we were nearly equal to the eldest, but not quite.
God. People think, oh, I want to be talked about word of mouth. If you want to show your friends a good YouTube channel, show them mine, right? Like, invite them to the Twitch streams, have them come watch, and then I get somebody like this strumpet when you say this, and I'm like, maybe word of mouth isn't that good. I can't help but what do I say to that? What do I say to your words?
Eternal, serene life in our land was not enough for Keen. He wanted more. He wanted to become equal to the eldest and conquer new lands. First, he began to devour our subjects.
God, these gravelly voices today.
Drawing in their strength, and then he tried to do the same with me. As punishment, I banished his soul into the sword, which later fell into the hands of Amari. It is a prison of my beloved, hated brother Keen, the murderer of family and friends, a ruler who dreamed of great power, but who instead destroyed the people he ruled.
You nearly released. You're not even bringing anybody here, Strumpet. God damn it! You say this shit to me, and you never bring anybody. To be fair, do I want another Strumpet? I think one's enough. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for the insults. Okay, it's fine. You're good. But jeez, sometimes I can't read. I just can't read.
And he may yet free himself if the sword is not sealed. But do not be afraid, mortals. We have everything here for the ritual. The ritual will seal my brother the sword forever. My brother was very powerful, and I imprisoned him in the sword for his crimes. Created a dangerous artifact. With sweet lies, the sword persuaded my servant to plunge it into my body. It drained much of my energy, turning me into this pitiful creature you see before you. A ghost, a shadow of my former greatness. My brother, in turn, used this sword to escape into your world. But it was in this he outwitted even himself. Our strength is linked by the magic of the first world. We are far less powerful here than we are on our home plane. Once here, the sword lost its strength, even its ability to speak. It did not bring happiness to the giant who found it. It did not bring happiness to Amari, who looted the giant's corpse. Having broken the sword, you nearly freed my brother. We shall now seal it forever.
It's a good way to have me to stop, Strumpet. After I was struck, a treacherous spirit fled with the sword into your world. Powerless, a shadow of myself, I followed it, for I could not allow its prisoner to free himself. I found the body of a giant who once possessed the sword. I found the bodies of barbarians killed by Amari. I walked invisibly among the tribe, listening to their speech and tracing their thoughts, until I learned the sword's fate. I demand that the Six Bears tribe find the thief. It was only fair, for the sword was stolen by one of their own, and I would have it returned. If only Amari listened to me at the first meeting, much trouble could have been avoided. But even immortals cannot rule fate. Everything happened as it happened, and now the sword is in my hands. What will you do if they don't have, now that you have the sword back? I will not avenge your theft. I never desired revenge. I only wanted to ensure my brother, imprisoned in this blade, would never break free. I once thought returning him to the first world would be sufficient, but now I realize it would not be enough. There's only one way to be sure.
I will cast the spell of imprisonment once again, this time on myself. I will place it to the sword all my strength, with which I will place into the sword with all my strength, which my poor brother so craved, and thus I shall share eternity with him. The sword will become our common tomb. After that, Murray, you may keep the sword for yourself, but not before the ritual is over. What happens if you don't steal the sword? My brother will free himself. He is an endless storm, greedy, cruel, unpredictable. He will do great evil, and he will start with Mary and her tribe. He remembers you well, but I cannot see his mind. Perhaps he will seek revenge. Perhaps you will become his plaything. Either way, you will not survive. Now, what is this ritual? I like how, in no part of this I was ever concerned enough to ask, what does this ritual, like, what do I need? What does it pertain to? Do you have to slaughter everybody here? Do you have to fight Amari for dominance, and then, when she wins, you go on the sword? What's going to happen? We didn't ask because we were too stupid. The giant brings the sword to his lips. He kisses it, whispering a spell. A stream of light flows from him into the blade. Already transparent, the ghost becomes barely visible. The end is near. There's almost nothing left of me. I am a shadow of a shadow. I am dust and ash. My power, my mortality. I give everything to imprison my brother forever. There is only one thing left. The giant's hands the sword to Amari. To finish the ritual, the sword must be plunged in the heart of a chieftain. I would give my own heart, but I no longer possess a living body. See what I mean? However, there's another chieftain here. Do this, Amari, and let eternity come to an end. Nilak comes forward. Fionn spoke truly. Fionn spoke truly of the threat his brother's release. I must protect my tribe. Do it, Amari. I am ready. Amari falls back, turning pale. No, 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 I won't do it. She turns to you. What is this? What should I do? Oh, man. Look. I like the chaotic good at. Just sacrifice me, man. Why not? Sacrifice Nilka must be done. No, never. You hear me? Nilka survives. She has to. Mary's face brightens. Really? What's wrong with me? Hey, Ghost, you're finished. No, you're mad. What are you doing? He will return. You will not stop him. Apparently this is the plan we're going with. Why can she not charge any of these people?
Tear them apart! Serves you right.
Repent!
Taste my fury.
No, we'll just kill a fucking immortal god, and we'll kill his immortal god friends, and that's just how it will be. I am all powerful, all knowing, and there's nothing you can do about it, bitch.
This will hurt!
Okay, this is a good idea. What better idea could I have other than, just fight the fucking ghost? Jeez Louise. Oof.
Oh, Amir, you plan on landing any of those fucking hits, dude? Yeah, that might help you a little bit more. Why does she have summon medium air momentum? Death Clutch. Oh my god. She would have died instantly. Sorry. It fails the saving throw. To keep its heart still stagger for 1 minute. Jeez Louise.
Your life ebbs low.
This is going to hurt.
Oh man. I like how the barbarian is literally fighting a losing battle there. Like, at least, guys, come on. Just fucking attack the skeletons. At least then you'd be helpful. Oh, that's Nilak. Nilak, be careful. Oh, fuck! I'm an idiot. Just get my turn like a big dummy.
You deserved it.
Why is fucking Nilak, you know, just out here
What?
punching people in the face because, you know. Anything else would be too smart, you know. That's insane that she's decided, you know. Amari's like, I'm gonna fight fate. I'm gonna, you know, I'm gonna kill the fucking guy who's threatening to kill you. Alright, you know, who says you have to die for their ritual. And she's just like, yeah, I'm gonna punch him. I think that possibly punching him is the best option here. That's insane. What are you doing?
Bring it. Any last wishes?
The final indistinct cry, the ghostly giant dissolves in the air. Mary utters a victorious shout and then falls into laughter. Turning to the men of the Six Bears tribe, she raises her bloody fist overhead. You see, this is how me and my chief smash freaks and scum. If his brother comes, he gets the same. We fear nobody ever. And Mary approaches you, grinning wild and triumphant. Well, chief, what are next? To the first world, or right into the abyss? Together, we can smash anyone in it anywhere. Hey, after what you've done, his brother will return, destroy us all. Ha! What's one more giant to beat? Relax. Together, we got this. With this man, we'll send anyone into the ground. Amiri smiles wide and slaps you on the shoulder. Oh, Amiri, I see you found a chieftain to your liking. So the way of my tribe. If I was not ready for it, I would not agree to be chieftain. Everything changes. It's foolish to believe we can hide from the world in our icy mountains. We pay dearly for pretending that the time doesn't touch us. I'm afraid the other tribes will pay even more. Let's go back to Numeria. We're not used to change. Even here. Everything has to change. What are you doing next? I don't like change, so I'm going back home. Even there, everything seems to change to us. But Numerian Killids are not so different from the northern ones. We would not survive here in the River Kingdom, even with your protection. Bye-bye. Desna bless you. Look after Amiri.
Follow if you dare.
Oh man. So we're gonna have to fight like another giant now. Is it gonna be that difficult, really? I mean, like, you know, if that was the brother who beat the other giant, then the other one can only be weaker, right? Peaceful Travelers? And Patax? Ugh. It's just everybody's favorite Skyrit? Pirate! Skeletal Merchant. What am I saying? Skyrit, pirate, myrit, you know. Just say things until something comes true, you know? You know, I have a lot of gold. Right? Did I pick up more gold? How much gold do I have? Because the area to buy the crown is still on the map, and we didn't get to buy the crown last time, I don't think. Oh, we did. Okay, I don't even fucking struggle. Oh. We don't even have to wait. Oh man, it costs so much to do that stupid thing. I guess, you know, realistically, do I want to wait to have it solved? No, because I assume waiting to have it solved would probably be overall negative thing. Did I switch some of your rings out or something? No, it should still be 9. I don't know why it's down to 7. One of those good old quick saves.
What's your
Do we have an acid stored still? No, we got a fire. Mace is fine. Do I want to be a monster? Kind of. Shoot
This
somebody.
is where I step in. Serves you right. I'm reading you out of our story.
Kind of wish you could see it. But, you know, it's my fault for not bringing a torch, I guess. Technically. What was that fire noise, huh?
Wow. Pretty good turn there, cat.
You deserved it.
Flames take you.
Yeah. Fuck him.
Become as dust.
Onwards!
Critical hit for 49. That's pretty good.
Don't hold back! Tear them apart!
You know, not quite as good as a critical hit for 116. Just let that wear out. Oh, ancient wyvern. So, is this like somebody's collected a menagerie of monsters and they're just releasing them into our fucking land? You good, Mari? It's a couple more seconds. It's fine. It's cool. We can all wait for you, I guess.
Any last wishes?
Should switch back to the other sword, but whatever.
Interesting.
Taste my fury. Stay behind me.
This is where I step in.
Man. I don't like a fucking thing to throw at him, do I? Why did my keep a wasp spent?
This will hurt!
You troll snout, stay back inside the story. Ha! Who doesn't care if it loses a few toes through? Look at our new ones. Yeah, stand all you want. No worries. So, should we throw in the batch? Heh, where should we throw this batch? How many times do I have to say it? Don't bother me when the sorceress turns and cries out in surprise when she sees you. Bleak, nearly gray hair sticks out from under her ridiculous leather helmet. An insane light gleams in her bloodshot eyes. Ah, here you are, Jordan. I've been waiting for you for some time. Everybody was afraid you would find us immediately, but he obviously overestimated your abilities. Hee hee hee. Of course it's me, the great and terrible nerd Zottenroppel. Yeah, sure. The most feared sorceress in the lands and every other, and the mistress of teleportation at your service. The wind sneers and gives a mocking bow. Oh, I don't care about your Iravardi, that lewd snot rag, but you can't argue with bleaching. You turn anyone when your hair starts to lose color and the skin to fade and wrinkle. But just look at what he helped me build here. Even you must appreciate it. Find a system of underground caves and clear it of all critters. Create a gigantic teleportation circle capable of transferring whole hordes of monsters. Breed and trade huge uncontrollable beasts. How do you train uncontrollable beasts? Is that not inherently oxymoronic? Then hurl them wherever you wish. Hurl them at your naked guards at a bathhouse, onto a bed of a merchant couple, to your privy even, or to a tower roof. And then watch them try to get down from there, or through a magic ball, or better yet, drop them into a lake. Think of the splash. 1 second. What would you possibly know about the bleaching tiefling? You would never understand this quiet, crawling terror. Unreasonable creature. You should have accepted the bleaching as a great gift, submitted to it quietly, avoided the agony of being. By fighting it, you only prolong your suffering. Wahaha! The face of the sorceress turns red, and a vein bulges on her forehead. Her fury echoes through the cave. Silence, you boneheads! Guards, to me! Release the wyverns! Means the wyverns I'm fighting, or...
You should have run!
Oh no. 2 more wyverns. Hey, stop attacking me!
This is going to hurt.
I'm gonna try to turn into a dog. That's my favorite move. Like, honestly, I could not name a better move than turn your enemy into a dog. You couldn't happen to find a line through there, could you? No. Hey, buddy. Do you want to do that move, or... Fine. God damn it, Harem. You can come back here.
Let us strike as one. Justice.
She's very slow.
Serves you right.
I forgot to switch to the other sword. But we didn't really get a chance to either, so, you know. I should have attacked that one. It's kind of dumb of me not to. Speaking of dumb of me. I can do it! No. No.
Strike!
Good enough. See, we took care of him before his turn. It all worked out hunky dory. Am I concerned about my health? Not particularly.
Burn. Do not falter.
Mind fog? What the fuck's mind fog? Check what we're saying. Take time as long as they remain in the fog for 2d6 rounds thereafter. Okay. Not ideal, but you know.
You deserved it.
I mean, it makes sense that the animals failed. Or the monsters. Maybe I don't have to turn into a dog. It seems that, you know, this issue is more or less solving itself, so.
Your life ebbs low.
Flames take you.
God, that troll.
Onward.
Just. Oh. Oh.
Any last wishes?
God, he does not shut up.
Bring it.
I
do what I must.
Skin and collect everything. Why? Because I can. Let's try a game, trying to get me to forget about whatever that was. It is like $50. That's really about it. Oh, jeez.
I'm there.
What does she have on her? She had a scroll, a shitty crossbow, a belt, a helmet, a +2 armor, a +2 ring, and a +2 cloak. Also, when she said guards, was she calling out to the trolls or just in general? Because I didn't see any regular guards who might have released the wyverns that she was asking for. Let me have my character go ahead and just...
My skills are absolute.
Because that helped a lot. TM.
Impossible.
Applause, please.
A unbound blade. Okay. Do we even know anybody who uses long swords? I mean, Ragnar uses rapiers. I use the staff now. You know, I'm pretty sure I picked the scimitar stuff at the beginning of the game. I'll need 2 trolls and a...
Running won't help you.
Well, I mean, look, he agreed to work here, he said. So, you know, he deserves he's coming. Nah, fuck it, I'm gonna really kill a troll with it, so I might as well fireball a guy, see if I can't kill him. Like that.
This is where I step in.
You know, it's pretty good when you can take a troll down in one round. One round.
Taste my fury.
Bullshit. Look at that. 9 feet to get there, haha. Absolute nonsense game.
Serves you right.
Whatever should we do? Another troll has wandered out of the mist.
This will hurt.
No.
Tear them apart.
Become as dust.
This is going to hurt.
Ooh. Full plate +2. Armor +1. Take the rest of his crap. How long does this spell last even? 12 minutes. Jeez, it's pretty good. It's a very good spell. It essentially doubles her fucking damage output, so you know. I'm down to clown with it.
I'm off.
See who the other troll was? This was there. Nice. Nice. Look, Strumpet, I don't think a guy can smile cutely. In my unprofessional opinion. I don't think I've ever seen any cute guys. That'll get me in some trouble, won't it? It's just not my thing, man. Can't smile cutely. It's not possible. It's not pie, it just can't happen, man. Look, don't let your dreams be dream memes or whatever, but, you know.
Resting would be nice, don't you think?
So does that refund my money with, Uh-huh. Why don't I believe you? Jeez Louise. Just hits all across the board. No, she's still doing it. No, that's the throwing thief thing. That's the nurse's dream thing. Huh. I don't think it refunded me the money though, so you know maybe it did, maybe it didn't. Why? Okay, Strumpet. Then why the last time when I said like, oh, you know, what are you? Your answer was different, huh? Huh? What are you? Who did this? How long does it take to do that? It would take 20 days. That's fucking fine, I guess. It's fine. 20 days is nothing. Okay. So we solved the monster issue. This is happening. We solved the monsters issue. You can't just say your stuff. It's the internet. You're not allowed to lie. Do people just do that? Go on the internet and lie to people? Okay, but in the village called Littletown. That's not in my land, is it? Glenshire, Tazelford, Trade Guard. To be fair, I didn't really name any of these towns, so. Plains Guard. Stones, Magical Prison. Magical Prison! I guess it'd be in his land. Okay, I'm down to go piss on everybody's stuff some more. To be fair, I've never asked a girl what her height is, so it's the wrong way around. Not to mention, I'm fairly sure that's taller than I am, because I'm probably...
Rulers make war, fight for their lands and subjects, only to realize much later that their hands can grasp nothing but ashes.
Ashes.
Aaron, you're a true poet. Maybe you should consider changing occupations?
God, imagine harem in like a generic Shakespearean poet's garb. Strumpet. Maidenhead is strumpet. What does that mean? Can't just say shit like that. What does that fucking mean? You're a monster. You're an animal. You're nuts. Oh, man. Little bedders, let me in. I'm here to kick your ass and break your shins. That kind of rhymes. My fucking god, man. I never said that. I've never said that. Strumpet, you're a nutcase. Absolutely mental. Boy. Destroy the abandoned camp? Oh no. We have to fight regular humans?
And Lindsay was called for.
If only there was, you know...
Anything else?
Bard, Alchemist, and just 3 random bandits. That's pretty manageable, dude.
I'm there.
That's a fun way of stacking up.
Their life ends.
It's fine. Just peasants, you knucklehead. What did you expect them to have?
You deserved it.
Can I turn that guy into a dog? Because, like, I don't want to have to fight. Oh, not that I don't want to fight. I just want to throw a bomb at me. Can you become a dog, friend? He's a dog now. I feel like you're pulling this out of like an actual rap song or something. So until you can prove actual ownership over these ill rhymes, I'm sorry, it ain't gonna work. I always love the fucking rock. It's the dogs complaining about bot rubble. It's beautiful.
Stay behind me.
I turn to kill the dog. Yeah! Fuck the dog.
Any last wishes?
I only say that because I'm not allowed to befriend the dog after I've... Well, to be fair, it is still a person in there. I don't think it makes them, like, a dog in all, like, aspects of their reality. It's just a person trapped in a dog's body. I feel like that's like the opening line of a killer in a shitty, like, you know, just a shitty mountain man film. You ever have your corn shucked by a mountain man before? Such a bad fucking pickup line, okay? Like, honestly. Has that one ever worked out? Oh my god. Oh, some more bandits. Because they didn't hear the bandit fight going on. You know. Why listen to your friends get murdered by a couple of adventurers? To be fair, we're only a handful of people. You know. In theory, we shouldn't be that dangerous.
Ah, a test of my abilities.
No alchemists? The named one might be dangerous. My cousin loves it. No. Bad touch.
Where I step in.
Amari! Go, giant Amari.
Taste my fury.
God. You can't make incest jokes right now. The Sonic Shoot guy ruined that for everybody even more. My god, man, that news is nuts, honestly. If you haven't looked it up, don't, honestly. It's not worth whatever sanity you might have.
Down better ones.
I think it's an alchemist in the back. Transmuter. What is a transmuter if not just a kind of alchemist? A state alchemist, yeah! You have what? I forgot what I was talking about. Oh, yes.
Could you not refer to it as that, please?
Serves you
My fucking god. I know, like, see, that's the best part. I said it, then it was out of my mind, then you brought it back, which I hate. Thank you.
Training pays
Because I
off.
guess I must suffer for my sins, so, you know.
This is going to hurt.
I want to turn that person to a dog. Instant enemy. Oh. I may be your instant enemy, but you're a fucking dog! It worked! Oh my god. You can't say these things. It's not allowed. It's against the law. Please. How was it only 5 giant feet? I feel like her steps should be longer because she's a giant.
You deserved it.
What a waste.
Let us strike as one.
You take that slow back. Oh no. No, hard pass. Okay, that is a hard pass.
Any last wishes?
Like, God, I'd literally rather fucking,
Dust.
I don't know, jeez. To be fair, I'm pretty down for a lobotomy, but like at the same rate. As a dog, I give, please don't kill me. I'm not interested in dying for your Vardy. Just let the dirty creep get someone from his fancy thieves guild in here. See how they like his job. Or the way he gets handsy. The bandit wipes blood from her lips, her dog lips. And with the back of her paw. I have no grudge against you. Your Vardy just didn't give me a choice. Had no choice. The favorite excuse of bandits everywhere when faced with the consequence of their sins. Do not believe her, Jordan. She fought bravely and with great skill. Maybe we shouldn't end her. If she attacks us again, then we have another good fight. And if not at all, the better. We have a strong ally. My name is Ilora Nusk, chief of the River Razors, or what's left of us. Between you and Aravardi, the scoundrel found us, pinned us down, and gave us a choice. He could kill us all, or we could take our chances fighting your kingdom. We did what he said, of course, and at least give us a chance to survive. The usual, gather information from scouts, plan out attacks, recruit the new members, but fighting a war is way different than the day-to-day banjory along the river or highway. Our gang dwindled by the day. You've already wanted to throw us into the bloodbath so we could damage you as much as possible before dying. To put it mildly, he hounded me like he had a swarm of wasps in his pants. Last time I was in Panax, he'd gone crazy. I was just walking down the palace hallway when I met him, and he was holding his strange wooden sword. I have no... Sorry. He's just got a strange wooden sword. No idea where he got it from, but he's a maniac about it now. When he got close, he touched me with the sword, I think by accident, but he turned immediately and tried to pin me against the wall. I'm sorry. I'm of course imagining this, right? Because, like, you know, they can't just say he's walking around with his dick out or something, but he's got, like, a wooden sword inside of his, like, pants zipper. Like, you know, if you ever, like, well, like, it's, like, you know, stuck out of his pants, like it's out of his pants zipper, like it's his penis. And he's just walking around, with it, just waving around, and he touches you with it. He's just insane. Yeah, pinned me against the wall. I pushed him away and was ready to knock him one, but I stopped myself. He could have me killed for that. Since getting that wood stick, he's completely lost his mind. Oh, I see. No, we have our own gang, good as any. Well, had. We've already promised the guild exclusive rights to all orders and attacks. Not that the wood is worth anything. Well, I only want to let her live because you'll be a dog for the rest of your life until you can find somebody to clear your curse for you. You have a good soul. You might you fight like a wolf.
I'm glad I will have more trouble to deal with. Maybe we'll meet again. Bye, dog. That's what I want, man. That is what I want. I want to turn people into dogs. Just leave them as dogs, okay? I want all their gear to just shed off onto the ground into a little sack, like, you know, when they explode. And I want them to be a dog and never stop being a dog. Because, like, how many people, first off, I really like the idea that there's a whole class of citizen in my kingdom who are just dogs. People have turned into dogs, and I was stuck like that because nobody fucking, like, there's a law in my kingdom that if I turn you into a dog, nobody's allowed to help you, and if I find out somebody's helped you, they're getting dogged too. Okay? That's just the law. And I don't make the laws, except for I fucking do. And you're gonna end up a dog if you don't follow my fucking rules. It's a mistake. Ah, see, that's why you look around, kids. Free Dryad's pendant. What the fuck is that worm? It's a centipede, I think. God. I just love the idea of just, you know... I just really like the idea that there's just a class of citizens who are all just dogs. Like, anybody I've been an enemy with, right? They're just a dog now. And there's just a whole pack of dogs. Oof. What the fuck did I just read? Is that not done? I'm confused. Are you trying to get me in trouble? Can't use the word supremacy anymore. It's not allowed, apparently. According to everyone else, that's, you know, negative connotations. How'd that take 12 minutes? Oh, so we're bandits, that's why.
Can you make an epic pose? I need inspiration.
Flames take you.
This is where I step in.
Oh wait, could I?
Do not falter.
How do I get up there, man? Why can... She's trapped in everybody. She's trapped in the group.
There's something here.
Okay, go for it, man. It casts acid fog. That's fine. Oh, can I not turn anybody else into a dog? I got this other guy here now, and I can't even turn him into a dog. Was he... Did you guys not come to fight me inside the fucking poison fog? Also... Oh no, it was a summoned direwolf. I'm like, is the dog back? Oh my god. Can you... And the acid fog slows you down. Believe it or not. Acid fog, not good for your health.
you right.
Don't hold back!
Bring it! Onwards!
It's like how he drank a potion. I heard. Brrr, meow.
Matricium Turinos!
Repent.
This is going to hurt.
Trumpet, I think you're taking away a very different message. Because I know what you're alluding to, and I know what I meant when I said these things.
Strike worth a lead.
Stay behind me! Apurale sentence!
Your life ebbs low.
I worry. In a way, I worry about you. In a way, I really can't bring myself to. God. No more dog spell? No more dog spell.
Tear them apart!
Yeah, look. This is the same guy from the other one. That's what I thought, you know. 32 sneak damage. Jeez Louise, buddy. Pretty good. Oh my god, is that actually who I think it is? I don't know if that's... I don't know if I know that person. Well, not like I know that person, slash, like, you know. I mean, like, I know who that is. TM. I might not. I might be confusing them. Which might be racist, but, you know. That's just how I roll. So this is the guy, at the very beginning of the game, we let him fucking go away because we're evil. And now we killed him.
I'm off.
Oh, wait, you two just wait here, please.
What's that?
Warding helmet.
What I must.
I highly doubt that's the same person. I mean, I've watched like 3 of their videos, but, you know. I don't even know if they stream. Is this poison gonna go away? No? Okay. Where does I decide to go through it? It goes away. Quality.
I'm there.
I'm guessing that there is one last set of banditry to be had. Let's go stretch. How many people do you fucking sub to? Just as a question. Why are these guys
Wait, don't attack. I just work here. Wish you no harm. Who are you? Name is Urathina. I'm an alchemist from Vire. Iravardi contacted me to work for Patax. Promised me my own laboratory, access to rare ingredients. The conditions aren't quite what he promised, but it's better than working in his apprentice till my hair goes gray. Do you know how hard it is to save up your own glass where it's at? What are you doing here? You're gonna make poisons. Don't look at me like that. It's a job. I need to eat too, you know. I'm not killing anyone. The only ones using my poison, the ones using my poison to blame. Sometimes I cook up healing potions too. Just a different recipe for you. I don't care. Woman's expression suddenly shifts. Couldn't have chatted a few more minutes, you devil. Alright, fellows, out of the bushes, we're out for a fight. Yeah, I saw these people here, buddy. A lot of alchemists.
Any last wishes?
Why are they all so small? Are they all gnomes? They feel kind of small for gnomes, though. It also says they're human. My little rogue. Yeah.
Flames take you.
No, come on.
Do not falter.
What a waste.
It's good to get rid of rogues. Rogues are very high damage. So are alchemists, which I guess I'm lucky that they're throwing them at the single target, you know, single target guy versus throwing it at the team, but same rate. Jeez Louise. Critical hitting for 0 damage. That's gotta feel pretty bad. He says the guy who can't even land a hit. Never trust the game. It lies. It does nothing but lie.
Bring it. Taste my fury.
Because you collect fucking emotes from a lot of people, Strumpet. Got a lot of emotes. Maybe they're all from the same person. I know you can have like some ridiculously large amount of emotes, right?
Become as dust.
Nope. Just killed my fucking pet.
Serves you right.
Don't hold back.
Tear them apart. This is going to
Come on. Land him up. We destroyed the bandit camp. What's that Surya surf?
Follow if you dare.
We're looking at inventory space. We're not even medium encumbrance yet. We're fine. We're fine. It's all okay. Bum, 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 bum. Just medieval dubstep? Is that a market people are looking to expand into? It's all yours, man. If you want it,
I don't even like make. How does one even make music? You know. How does one go about making the sounds of music? To be fair, I did play a trombone for a little bit.
Could I still play the trombone? Technically, I guess. Right, I could pick up a trombone and make it make noise.
Nice. Don't you think?
Would that count as playing the trombone? I don't think so, technically.
Adventures can wait.
Right, because like I was never really good at it. That's why I didn't, stick with band.
Sometimes I feel like reaching for a rope, but is that a dignified
But
end? No, I suppose I should live a little longer and see where the world.
I guess right. Well,
At least there's something that dispels your gloom, most honorable harem. Even if it's a vision of a world rolling into the unknown.
I have a hard time with memory nowadays. Nowadays, TM. I don't know. I feel like I never remember anything important, but I always remember all the garbage that I need for video games, which, is just the fucking... the pudding on top of the pudding pie. What's this? A forced encounter? Oh. Hey, Goblin Merchant. Oh! As you come closer, the goblin gives a wide grin and waves at you. A ramshackle cart beside him is sagging underneath the weight of junk within. Amidst the trash, however, you notice something glittering of gold and what seems to be hints of fine cloth. Seems like only the owner of the cart can sort through this mess. Hail, travelers! Welcome to Cutwork's Cart Around Shop. I be having all pokers, glinters, clothers. Choose what you like if you have money. Quark appraises you with greedy eyes, as if sizing up how much coin you have on you. I'm going new dungeon. I have new goods. I sell you buy. Quark looks you up and down, indifferent expression. You adventurers be all the same. Dirty, skinny, why I should remember your kind. But if you buying stuff, Quark thinks for a moment, then shakes his head sadly, as if confirming his memory of you is lost. Since Goblin King be down, it be too bad. Me be self-riding roads and wandering around villages. No one be giving money. I'll just come to watch and point finger. Eh? Ah, this cherry? It be good cherry, sturdy. Ornamenties on side, soft seat, fine back. I be giving it off for 100 money. You not regretting it? Why you staring at me like that? Is that a deal, say? Is there? Quark is still trying to wrap his head around what you said. That true? He scratches his ear. Right. Me asking too little. It were 200 money. Buddy, give that to me before I hang you from a fucking tree. Quark screeches and drops to his knees. Have mercy, adventurer. I be mistaken. I be not doing it ever again. Sorry. You want bribe? I be giving you bribe. Many valuables I be giving you. And take cherry back. Just don't hit me no more. Give me cherry. Not to be confused with a cherry. What would a goblin call a cherry? I guess red fruit? Small red fruit? Because like apples would be big red fruit. Or just red fruit. You know? Just confirming my goblin knowledge understandings. Just goblin language kind of, I guess, like, I guess it follows the same stuff as lizard folk knowledge, language. That's what you wanted to inform me of, game? Thank you. I'm so glad that I got to know about the hunting the hunters mission. Actually, the fact that it stops me halfway there insinuates that either I didn't technically pass the whole area, or let's go down here. Either I didn't pass it the whole. Oh my god. It's no surprise to me that Iravardi's lands are full of bandit peasantry.
Resting would be nice, don't you think?
We should gather our strength.
So right now we're looking for a town called Little something. So it has to be one of these two nerds, and they both have 8 days. This needs to be solved in... Ah, we got a whole fucking month. We're fine. That 8-day thing will come up beforehand, and, you know, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. It's gonna be okay. Got another kingdom thing. What is this now? What have you fools done? I just left the kingdom menu, damn it. Another thing of the hero's remains. Thank you. Thank you for the option. I'm gonna go ahead and say no. No, thank you, sir. Xenia already planned something with bards from Academy in a village called Little Town. I'm guessing that Little Town is in his area, because I don't remember a village called Little Town. I'm assuming that... I find it weird that they couldn't include like a little name tag underneath your town. The question is, where would Little Town be? It could be there. I think it's gonna be anywhere. I think it's gonna be down there, realistically, or possibly over here.
Resting would be nice, don't you think?
I wish there was a way to lower the amount of fatigue
Gather our strength.
we experience. Just so we could, like, you know, ride horses or something, or have like a cart.
Pitax are composing on Iravedi's orders. It's vile slander, and it's written so dreadfully.
Fighting a war by the most underhanded methods and avoiding honest battle. It's exactly his style.
There it is. What is... Oh, her book. That's what's this effect on her constantly is. Eliminate the investigators. Yeah, sure. Hey, Amari, do you want to be 25 feet tall again? Hey, Amari, crush that fucking bard's skull. God, when I said crush that bard's skull, I meant, you know, yeah, you know what? This is what I meant to do, 100%. I just didn't think it would work out so amazingly. I thought they'd have more than 3 hit points.
I'm there.
An ambush, eh?
And then our leader
Ah, fuck.
forwards. Hey, wait for me.
That's what I get for wanting the perfect angle. Oh, these ones have more than... Well, no, the bards still have 2 hit points. The bards are still just fodder. Harem, could you, like, make explosions over there? Why is it only affecting the one guy? Can you even do it? Harold, why do they act as one? Hey, stop shooting my cat. I'm pretty sure this is a new one.
Flames take you.
Oh, I got like fucking 3 hit points left.
Stay behind me.
I would like to catch up with them. Oh, jeez. Were they just like a distraction?
Any last wishes? Good.
It's a mistake. I had a fucking number key.
Taste my fury.
Let us strike as one.
Hey, you guys like being blind? Enjoy the power of the sun in your breakfast bar.
This is where I step in.
best part of waking up is the fact that I can no longer see. Oh, I also blinded the cat, apparently. Is that blindness permanent? Whoop.
Repent.
Whoopsie daisy.
This is going to hurt.
Did not mean to blind my cat. Gotta be honest.
Do not falter.
That's my bad, guys. I'm sorry, okay?
This will hurt!
How can he cast Hold Person? Because you need to be able to see the target.
Bring it!
I wonder, right, what I should do about the cat. I also don't know why I didn't decide to check a little bit further before I just ended my turn like that.
You should have run!
Or rather, walk the 5 feet like that. Shuffle, Lindsay, shuffle.
Tear them apart!
Wow, it's garbage. Jeez Louise. Versus... Well, Treblet of Coeur-d'Alene on Trueborn versus self-proclaimed rulers, attacks Lion and his flee of the Stolen Lands. Ugh, boy. I mean, it's kind of fair that bards and everything worthwhile on them. They were like all level 1 each.
I do what I must.
Garbage. I'll take that. Is his eyes like... No, they're fine. Well, they look fine, but he's blind. I may or may not have also shown my cat. Oh, jeez.
I'm off.
I am prepared to meet my end. Oh, your life ebbs low.
You get to the guy too. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Idiot.
You deserved it.
Absolute fucking idiot. Just go ahead and run right by the, giant woman wielding a fucking axe that is now 3 times the size of your head. That's just smart. That's what a smart person would do. And don't let anybody else tell you otherwise.
Wow.
Also, before I forget, let's switch to the better sword for now. Into the building we go.
It seems no one noticed your entrance over the bustling noise of the tavern. A young half-elf with long, slick black hair and a delicately curled mustache and beard is making a solemn speech. He draws and flourishes with his hands, and his pretentious red face makes it obvious that he's enjoying everyone's attention. Laughter and shouts of approval can be heard from the main table. Many other guests aren't participating in the gaieties. However, some are yawning, while others aren't even listening to the speaker as they focus on their meals. So let's raise our cups, my brothers in arms and drinking comrades. We're here to the most enlightened monarch of our time. Here's the most enlightened monarch of our times, who brought prosperity and culture to Patax. That skillful commander, famous the world over for his military genius. To the ladies' man, who's broken so many hearts with his humble charm and aloof attitude. Aloof? Sounds like he's being kind of rapey, to be honest. To that patron of the arts. That philanthropist whose why can I say whose generosity is matched only by his wisdom and taste. In short, here's to Iravarti. A chorus of voices repeats the toast. Many drink up, but far from everyone. What a farce! His melodramatic eulogies are nauseating. Shh! He'll hear you and make a scene again, less like last time. Finally, after emptying his glass, the half-elf notices you. Good gods! Look, my brother and sisters! Look who it is! Is that not Jerdant himself? Did you come in your dirty boots and tattered hand-me-downs to spoil... To be fair, most of the gear is probably off dead enemies. Some of it's bought from merchants, but I can't imagine it's, that much better. Downs the spoil our feast in that gloomy, hungry look. Tell you what, if you abdicate the throne and swear allegiance to Badax, I'll find a bone to throw you. Some of the diner guests roar with laughter, while others look at you with interest, maybe even hope. Everyone stops talking and watches you. Valerie is pale, and her silence could melt iron. The squeak of metal on metal indicates that she must be gripping her weapon, but she isn't rushing to draw it. Free singers and poets of Patax, how long will you look and be oppressed by Iravarti? He who gags all discontent, let only his favorites perform, and chokes art while pretending to be its patron. The sophomore, I just want to, get the 2 skill checks, I won't be any I won't write diction any longer. Down to the Iravarti, long live Jerdant. What? Do you hear that? Pygmies and epigons complain that they're not allowed to slander a giant among men, our protector, Iravarti. My spirit seethes, friends. Let us show these vile traitors the bright name held by our loyal hearts. You see a, 10 to 15 foot woman wander in the building.
Stay behind me.
I don't want to kill him yet. Not a mind fog. If only you were a mind dog. It worked! He got his spell off, but no one's gonna be casting their wisdom spells now. Ooh! You know what we can do with, Lindsay? I don't know if it affects everyone, though. But I want to try that mind compulsion spell. I don't think it'd be worth it at this point.
back as one.
They go down! Look at me, Golem!
That's the turn me on the nods. Okay. I know there's not much point in it. But it's fun. It's a hobby. Okay? That's all I'll explain that. It's a hobby. Which probably makes it worse than it does better.
Don't hold back!
Taste my fury.
Become as dust.
And imagine not being able to hit a fucking 20-foot Amari with a... Oh, jeez. Sorry. Ugh, what?
This is where I step in.
Imagine not being able to hit a 20-foot Amari with a sword or bow and arrow. I know she's not 20 feet, but still. She might as well be. Look how big she is. She's huge. Switch sticks to pick up.
In due time.
I don't need to fight two guys with like 2 HP each. I think I'm fine to let them live. Jeez, it's almost 12 o'clock. Ooh, money. We already, resolved the quest. I like how, Iravardi had those roads on fucking lockdown before, the, main event that happened, right? And now that the main event is over, I'm just able to freely walk into his kingdom and fucking murder a town. Murder a small, brainwashing village, a bunch of bandits, and a secret monster base. Because he just doesn't fucking take care of his shit.
Resting would be nice, don't you think?
You've already had his borders on a
Cape is
lockdown.
all worn out.
But just,
Gotta catch a bear.
just not fucking care
Big
anymore.
one's hide would fit me just right.
Reaching the wooded isle, we stopped to look around. The locals living around the lake fully believed. Come on. The place was cursed, and day and night colored lights supposedly appeared around the island, where some brave souls would even watch them fly over the water. The local legends say that if anyone who saw those lights would definitely disappear. If not that night, then within the month for sure. We didn't see any lights at all, though. The island seemed forlorn and completely uninteresting. Silent, gloomy pines loomed over the gray, rocky shore, and a narrow path disappeared into the woods. Whoever made the path clearly didn't use it often. We could barely make it out among the ferns. We had to walk single file along the path as branches from the crowded bushes grabbed at our sleeves and backpack straps, only to hit the next person in line once we passed. The forest grew taller and thicker, and even darker. The air suddenly grew intensely humid as clouds of milky white, incredibly thick fog flowed up from the ground. And believe me, dear reader, when I say incredibly thick, we're not talking about thick with a K. We're talking about thick with double C's. Like how an innkeeper might talk up his soup, it became impossible to see sorry. And believe me, dear reader, when I say incredibly thick, we're not talking like
how an innkeeper might talk up his soup, it became impossible to see past our own noses, and it was like our ears had been stuffed with cotton. The air itself became so dense that it was like walking through water. We had to navigate by touch, and we could only move half as fast as we'd been going. Jernth, who had been walking last, was forced to stop. With great difficulty, he could barely make out the muffled and worried voices of his friends ahead. Something had to be done. But what? Continued forward, the fog will progress. Jernth continued forward through the fog, but progress became even more difficult. With each step, he felt a sudden movement to the air left before it flew forward, having been pushed hard in the back. Failing to keep his balance, Jernth fell into the sticky mud. At a moment, he just barely spotted a pair of pale hands reaching out, grabbing his bag, and disappearing into the fog. The fog finally began to clear, and soon there were no trace of it. Jernth looked back, and his friends were nowhere to be seen, but up ahead, he could make out the blinking welcoming of a light. Out a blinking, welcoming light. As Jernth approached the light source, it quickly became clear that the light was a bonfire. Soon Jernth entered a bright lit clearing and saw all of us. But why, then, did no one jump up to greet him, or give a welcoming yell, or a hug, or even offer a cup of hot tea? Why had everyone frozen in their seat? Why had everyone frozen in their seats, spoon lifted in the air? Why the deathly silence? Madden turned surprised when he finally saw why his appearance had caused such strange reaction. It seemed he hadn't been missing at all. He'd been sitting with us all by the fire, watching his exact copy emerge from the forest. Yes, dear reader, just imagine it. 2 copies of the king met in the clearing, seemingly identical. But which of the 2 was real? The king sitting by the fire said. How can there be any doubt? I'm the real king, of course. Look, I've got my bag with all my things. And what did the king who walked out of the forest answer? Niels was carried with us, down to the last pack of hard track. Can he do the same? A deafening silence hung in the air. One could hear the thoughts churning through our brains. And then, the Jernth sitting by the fire laughed in a strange voice. He stood up and began rising into the air. The mask dropped, and we saw a short, pale man with blonde hair and parrot-like wings with bright feathers. A harpy? We all went after him together, but Jernth held on to him most tightly. His hands gripped the Joker's wings in an iron grip, and an ear-piercing whistle sounded from all around us, and stones began raining on us from above. The impostor was aided by his winged kin, who grabbed him by the hands and began pulling him up. We didn't give up, but in the end, we were overpowered. There were just too many, dear reader. They quickly reclaimed our prisoners from us. Soaring into the air and shaking their fists at us, they flew off. We sat a long time around the fire, laughing and chatting about how Jernth cleverly dispelled the illusion. And when morning came, and we looked around the rainbow-colored feathers left behind our... And when morning came, and we looked around at the rainbow-colored feathers left behind by our uninvited guests, I noticed one of them had lost a valuable bracelet in the fight. We ended up with a trophy, at least. We got a guy's fucking bracelet. Of the Death Ward spell. What is the Death Ward spell? No, you don't understand. Oh, cool. Illusion spells. Totally using those. You know me and my illusion spells. As if every anybody who even slightly matters has a fucking plus 50 to avoid illusions. Wow. 20 economy, 10 relations, 10 stability. That's good. That's good. Okay. I think we'll talk to Lindsay, then we'll probably end it. Because I am getting a little bit tired, and I have done a lot of reading tonight. I've been doing a lot of reading. Ironically, very tiring. At least when you're reading aloud, right? I spend the majority of my day either reading or staring at a video, I guess. So I'm not really used to TM. I've been streaming for 5 years. I'm fairly used to reading aloud, but the same rate, doesn't make it any less tiring. There's an issue that demands your attention. And Seven Arches want to bring their fleet to Nova... What the fuck are you saying to me? Want to bring their fleet to Nova Borough, allegedly to combat piracy. But, in fact, they simply cannot accept the Elves of Keon and are trading dwarven wares with the Five King Mountains. Control over Nova Borough would allow Seven Arches to collect duties along this trade route. Both Keonan and Seven Arches are asking for diplomatic support. I think we should put Seven Arches on the shorter leash. The most recent step is just another attempt to take away someone else's living. We could also bring in our fleet to Nova Borough to steal their initiative. But it's better we have Keonan as an ally. I could use some more arcane. Wonderful. We'll let Seven Arches know that we won't tolerate their brazen efforts to seize the honest trade route. Sure, man. Oh no, not you. Just give me what you want. She's nuts. She's nuts. She tells you all these crazy stories about absolute fucking nonsense. Did you know that I fought I started collecting stories from adventurers and neighbors, and I noticed that all my neighbors' stories were gone. And so I went out to look for them, and I found a blue jay who had been making fucking hell. Okay, good. I guess I haven't done that yet, so that's ideal. I wish I could rank up his stability. I mean, he's not doing a great job at stability. Honest. Why did it start him on that job? Whatever. Nice. Good. Oh, it's one thing we're good at. It's economy and military. But let's look at the other things. Did the New voice parents dislike the fact that lands have become an independent state. Are we independent yet? Almost like I didn't want him doing that, and I didn't realize that leaving him in there and skipping a day would cause him to take it. Okay. I'm going to save in this menu, because that seems like a good place to start next time. Jathel's got some disturbing news. She wants to tell us about something about how she's been murdered, and I'm sure that she'll have this amazing quest line to follow along. Either way. Oh, jeez Louise. Choking to death. It's fine. Thank you for watching. Tomorrow I think we're gonna try out a RimWorld. I'm not guaranteeing a full RimWorld playthrough, but I want to start one and see how it feels, because I'm not 100% sure I want to do RimWorld on stream, but at the same rate I kind of do. I did make a custom ideology, well, a semi-custom ideology for it, so that'll be interesting. And we'll try that out tomorrow and see how it does. How we all feel about it. Specifically me. Because I feel. Allegedly. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.